Right, it's time for my weekly garden update. This is the stew pice tomato in the greenhouse. It's growing very tall. It's got 4 little tomatoes started on it. And I think I haven't been watering it quite enough. It's got lots of buds, but I have the cover on the greenhouse and both vents open. No bugs are getting that one because it's in there, which is super nice. Samuel is excited because Daddy's mowing the lawn. He's listening for that. And here is the rest of the garden. I've been weeding and training these guys. I still don't have a cage yet for this tomato. I might try and stake it to this cage too. I don't know. We'll see. But we have our basils, our pepper. I need to weed more. Here's these peppers. They're growing. I don't see any flowers on them yet. Here's this basil. I think we might actually have enough basil to start making pesto. Here's these guys. There's no flowers on them yet. Oh, this one has some flowers back there. I don't know if you can see them. Right there. There. There's the flowers. So there's those. My corn is growing. What I decided to do was on this side, I planted pole beans because they can tolerate heat. And I just think it's probably way too hot here. And just so you can see like how tall this corn is. Samuel, come stand by the corn, buddy. See? See, there's Samuel. And there's the corn. But on this side I planted peas. I did it on this side because the sun's coming in from back there. And so these are going to be more shaded than those. And I thought that might help them be cooler, but I don't know. It's all a grand experiment. We'll see. And oh my goodness, look at my squash. I've got green beans coming in on my plants, which I'll show you some of, but squash are flowering there. And over here, I don't have any flowers yet, but they're growing. This must be my summer squash, and this must be my spaghetti squash, because this is going to take longer to flower. I still don't know which one is cucumber and which one's zucchini. I think that's cucumber, and I think that's zucchini. But that one's got flowers, so we'll know soon. And then, here's my green beans. Let's see if I can find any. I saw some beans on here the other day. Let's see. See, here's some. They're starting. So they'll be done here soon. And then I have these tomato plants. Those ones are so small. It's hard to believe that I started these around the same time. Actually, some of the ones back there were planted later than these. I think I started a lot of my seeds in homemade... Uh-oh, there's a mosquito on you, Samuel. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. But they're... started a lot of them in homemade pots from newspapers, but the ones I started in that just did not do well. The ones that I started in pots that were left over that people had used from other plants and things like that did way better. I think it had to do with the way the watering worked. I'm not sure, but I'm training these guys up. But yeah, so anyway, this one has some nice flowers on it. It's a good, healthy plant. Oh dear. This has got some things that I'm training. I don't train them enough, and so some of them get stuck out, and then I have to really work to fix them. Like this guy right here. And you want to blow this? These are dandelions, but Samuel calls them bubbles. Let's not blow them into the garden. Let's blow them away. This one's hard. I don't think it's quite ready to blow. And then we have over here still the stuff that's not growing well, but the basil is actually starting to grow. You can see it's starting to grow, which is really good. Got some weeds in there. And then this is still my Brussels sprouts. I've started spraying them with some everyday, well, not every day. I try to every day, but don't get to it every day. I try and spray them with dish soap mixed with water, and that actually seems to be helping. The cabbage here too, although I might have to pull some of these beans. I planted them way too close together, so they're kind of overtaking the cabbage here. But I do have cabbage growing, which is exciting. I just hope it keeps growing. So I'll work on that. And my potatoes are still just going like crazy. And the cats really like to hide down in there. And Samuel thinks it's cool. And then here's the melons. They're doing better, still growing. So that's it. One of these days I'll show you the strawberry plant. It's just out front. So these are my pitiful blueberry bushes. There's that one. There's that one. And there's not really any change in the grapevines, but that's it. That's the garden. So it's progressing. Okay, so I was looking at my garden, and there were just a few green beans ready. There's about to be a bunch. So this week I should be getting a really good green bean harvest. If not by Sunday, but I'm afraid that might be too young for some of them. So I am super, super excited. Yay! This is a little closer up of my peas that I planted last week. There it is. There's a pea sprout if you've never seen one before. So that's how those are doing. And then those aren't quite ready to be thinned out yet. I think next year I usually plant 2 seeds per hole and then thin them out, but I think next year I might plant 1 seed per hole and plant more if they don't come up. But here are some pole bean sprouts. Again, these were planted a week ago. So that is pretty exciting.